See a black cat. Do you freeze, take a detour, or just shrug? That depends on where you are. In the West, superstition kicks in. Bad luck alert. Many believe a black cat crossing your path spells misfortune. But in Italy, the stakes are higher. If one jumps on your bed, legend says fate has turned against you. Worse, some claim it's a harbinger of death. Meanwhile, in Japan, you'd be in luck. Black cats there symbolize prosperity and protection. Where did all this fear come from? Medieval witch hunters spread the idea that black cats were witches in disguise, fueling paranoia. Yet sailors embraced them as good luck charms, believing they could ward off storms. So, is this sleek shadow a bad omen or a lucky charm? Either way, one thing's certain: black cats don't care. They're too busy looking fabulous. Why do hotels erase the 13th floor? Why do airlines act like it doesn't exist? Why does Friday the 13th make even skeptics second-guess their luck? Blame two historic gatecrashers. First, Loki, Norse trickster, chaos incarnate. The gods were enjoying a grand feast in Valhalla, 12 seated in harmony. Then guest number 13 arrived, uninvited. Loki, ever the troublemaker, manipulated events so skillfully that Balder, the most beloved god, ended up dead, turning the banquet into a tragedy. Then came Judas Iscariot, the 13th apostle, who sealed his legacy with a kiss, turning the Last Supper into history's most infamous betrayal. By the Middle Ages, 13 was the number nobody wanted. Builders skipped it, gamblers feared it, and businesses pretended it never existed. Statistically harmless? Maybe. But centuries of bad PR turned 13 into the world's most notorious superstition. If 13 is already bad news, what happens when you stick it on a Friday? Chaos. Travel bookings vanish like ghosts, businesses slow down, and some people turn their beds into personal panic rooms. Long before Hollywood cashed in, Friday had its own bad reputation. Sailors refused to set sail, executions were scheduled, and some believed it was the day Eve bit the apple. But pop culture did the real damage. Friday the 13th turned an old superstition into box office gold, making hockey masks scarier than tax season. Now, hotels offer unlucky discounts, and theme parks turn fear into an attraction. So, is it cursed or just brilliant marketing? Either way, if your day falls apart, don't blame yourself. Blame the date. Fear sells, and no one's turning down a chance to cash in on a good curse. Challenge time. According to statistics, only 3% of viewers manage to like this video and subscribe before the timer runs out. Are you fast enough? Prove it. Drop a comment if you made it in time. A loved one passes away and suddenly, all the mirrors get covered. No, it's not a home makeover, it's an ancient superstition. Some say it's not just tradition, it's soul insurance. A mirror, left uncovered, might trap a wandering soul, keeping it stuck between worlds. Others believe an exposed mirror is like leaving the front door open for unwanted spirits. As if grief wasn't enough, now there's a risk of ghostly guests. In Jewish tradition, during Shiva, a 7-day mourning period, mirrors are covered so people don't get distracted by their reflection and can focus on remembering the person who passed away. Today, some follow the ritual, others don't. But if a simple sheet can prevent ghostly drama, why take the risk? Knocking on a Russian's door? Say, hello, all you want, but don't expect a handshake until you step inside. Unless, of course, you enjoy upsetting ghosts and risking an argument. Back in old Slavic times, thresholds weren't just doorsteps. They were spirit checkpoints. Ancestors supposedly lingered there, watching over the home like VIP bouncers, reaching across to shake hands, like yelling over a bouncer's shoulder, rude and risky. Even today, many Russians won't shake hands or pass things over the threshold. Instead, they'll pull you inside for a proper greeting faster than you can say borscht. So next time you visit, remember, step in, shake hands, and keep the ghost happy. Because upsetting the living is bad enough, no need to start a feud with the afterlife. Break a mirror and boom, 7 years of bad luck. But why 7? Thank the ancient Romans. They believed mirrors revealed more than an image. They held part of your soul. Shatter one, and you fractured yourself. Since Romans thought souls renewed every 7 years, that became the sentence for clumsiness. This fear spread across Europe and America, turning glass shards into omens. People invented ways to dodge the curse, burying mirror pieces under moonlight, burning them, or holding their breath and hoping for the best. Even today, we flinch at broken mirrors. Superstition? Maybe. But when glass scatters across the floor, it's hard not to wonder if ancient curses still linger. After all, stepping on shards is bad enough without adding a spiritual crisis. Ever feel like someone's sending bad vibes your way? Meet the Nazar, a tiny blue eye that's been blocking jealous stares for centuries. Found in Turkey, Greece, and the Middle East, it's like a mini security camera for bad energy. Always watching, always protecting. Some believe jealousy is so powerful it can mess with your mood. drain your energy, or even bring serious misfortune. That's where the Nazar fights fire with fire, reflecting negativity right back. Ancient Greeks had blue eye-shaped stones for protection, while Turkish artisans perfected the modern version. Today, Nazars hang from doors, cars, and jewelry, blending fashion with ancient magic. So, next time someone side-eyes your success, don't panic. Just flash your blue-eyed shield and keep winning. In China, Japan, and Korea, the number 4 is considered unlucky because it sounds almost identical to the word for death. This eerie similarity sparked tetraphobia, a deep-rooted fear that shapes everyday life. Elevators often skip the 4th floor, labeling it as F, or removing it entirely. Hospitals and hotels erase the number from rooms. Even phone numbers and license plates with 4 are avoided. This superstition runs so deep that global brands adjust. Nokia and OnePlus avoid model numbers starting with 4 in these markets. The belief dates back centuries when avoiding 4 was seen as a way to dodge misfortune itself. Today, some dismiss it as outdated, but many still hesitate at the sight of a 4. In the West, people fear 13. In East Asia, 4 is the number that whispers of death. Open an umbrella indoors and bad luck is on the way. But why? Blame the ancient Egyptians. Their umbrellas weren't for rain. They were sacred shields, protecting royals from Ra, the sun god's fury. Using one inside, away from the sun, was an insult to the gods. They believed this could bring illness, disasters, or even an early death. Breaking or misusing a sacred object meant divine punishment, and nobody wanted to anger a sun god. Centuries later, in 18th century London, umbrellas became spring-loaded hazards with metal spokes. Opening one indoors wasn't just bad luck, it was reckless. So, superstition turned it into a warning. Don't do it, or trouble follows. Curse or common sense. Either way, maybe keep that umbrella closed, unless you're on really good terms with Ra. Whistling indoors? Not a great plan. In Russia and Eastern Europe, it's like issuing an eviction notice to your money. Your paycheck might just grab its coat and leave. Centuries ago, people believed wind carried wealth and whistling inside shook it loose. Sailors took this even further. Whistling on a ship wasn't just unlucky, it was like playing dice with the weather. Asia takes it up a notch. In Japan, whistling at night supposedly invites snakes or thieves, neither known for good manners. Meanwhile, in Turkey, night whistling allegedly summons spirits, because what's life without a few uninvited ghosts? So next time you feel like whistling indoors, maybe just hum instead. Your wallet and your sanity will thank you. Reaching across the table to hand over the salt? Bad move. In Russia and Eastern Europe, this tiny gesture could start a full-blown argument. Why? Because salt isn't just seasoning. It's history, power, and trouble in a shaker. Centuries ago, salt was as valuable as gold. Spilling it meant waste and passing it hand to hand, a guaranteed way to jinx your relationship. To avoid drama, people place the salt shaker on the table instead. And if salt spills, now you've really done it. But there's a fix. Toss a pinch over your left shoulder. Some say it blinds lurking spirits. Others just don't want to take chances. Next time someone asks for salt, drop it, step back, and let fate decide. Better safe than salty. One sneeze? Someone's talking about you. 2 in a row? Might not be good. In Russia and India, sneezing isn't just about allergies. It's tied to luck, fate, and timing. In Russia, a sneeze during someone's speech is like nature's fact-checker, confirming they're telling the truth. But sneezing before leaving home? That's a warning. Some people pause for a moment, letting the bad luck settle before stepping out. In India, sneezing before something important acts like a stop sign for fate. Many prefer to wait a moment and then try again, resetting their luck before moving forward. So, next time you sneeze, don't just grab a tissue. Maybe it's not dust. Maybe it's destiny giving you a signal. Thinking of gifting a knife? You might as well include a farewell note. In many cultures, knives don't just cut, they sever relationships. In China, it's basically a goodbye special. While in Russia, some believe it brings bad luck, or worse. Clocks? Just as unlucky. In China, gifting one sounds like saying, your time is running out, since the phrase for giving a clock is too close to attending a funeral. Not the best birthday surprise. So how do you dodge gifting disaster? Skip the sharp objects and ticking reminders. But if you must hand over a knife, take a coin in return, because nothing saves a friendship like a well-placed loophole. Need good luck? Nail a horseshoe over your door and let the magic begin. This belief comes from ancient Europe, where iron was thought to scare off evil spirits. The shape wasn't random either. Many believed the horseshoe's curve resembled a crescent moon, long seen as a symbol of luck and protection. Then came St. Dunstan, the blacksmith who tricked the devil himself. When Satan asked for horseshoes on his hooves, Dunstan hammered them on extra tight. The devil screamed in pain, begged for relief, and finally struck a deal. He'd never enter a home with a horseshoe above the door. People ran with the idea. Fast forward to today, and horseshoes still guard doorways everywhere. Just make sure it's facing up. Otherwise, all that good luck might drain out like a leaky faucet. Ever seen someone wearing a red string on their wrist? That red string serves as a barrier against jealous stares and negative energy. In Kabbalah, the red string, tied snugly around the left wrist, acts like a bouncer for bad energy, blocking misfortune at the door. Legend says Rachel, a biblical matriarch, protects those who wear it. In Latin America, babies get a red string to keep envious looks from turning into full-blown curses. Because apparently, even infants have haters. Today, these bracelets are everywhere, from rabbis blessing them to Hollywood stars wearing them like accessories. Does it work? Who knows? But with so many believers, maybe it's best not to test it. After all, if you're blocking bad vibes, might as well do it with style. Say something good? Knock on wood. Fast. The ancient Celts believed trees held powerful spirits. Tapping the bark was like hitting a help button to summon protection. People knocked to thank the spirits or ask them to keep bad luck away. Later, Christians linked it to the cross, touching wooden pews after hopeful prayers. In medieval Europe, people knocked on wood to silence bad luck before it could strike, like whispering a secret so fate wouldn't hear. Sailors tapped wooden parts of their ships for safe journeys. Soldiers wrapped their wooden shields before battle. The habit spread, and soon, knocking on wood became a global reflex against jinxes. Today, students tap desks before exams, actors knock the stage before a show, and athletes hit wooden benches before a game. Tap that coffee table, just in case. Alright, you've knocked on wood, but is it enough? Hit like and subscribe, just in case. You wouldn't want to tempt the spirits, right? And if you really want to stay safe, watch this next video, just in case. Oh, and drop safe now in the comments. If you know, you know. No explanations.